is no longer here.
Yeah.
My daughter was growing older. She was going to go to college. And I was like left in between, not knowing who I was, what I wanted, where I was going. And really, it was a devastating time in many ways. It was just confusion, confusion, confusion.
Were you still at Wall Street, or you had stopped that because
I had stopped
too
by
much
then.
stress, right?
And I was just going through my savings, basically. I sold my apartment, was just living on whatever savings I had, just, you know, day to day trying to figure it out. And I started writing the book, still no particular awakening.
Interesting that the tape was blank.
Yes.
When you went to play your mom's one interview, it was
interview,
blank.
Right, it was all blank.
But you'd heard the stories so many times, yeah.
I knew everything about her, obviously. But it happened about a year later after I started the book. I hit like a writer's block. And I was like, nobody's gonna, you know, what is this about? What am I doing here? I need to find a job. I need to, you know, my savings were dwindling. I needed to find a, you know, to make a living again. My daughter was freaking out. It was just like all kinds of situations. I mean, really, all kinds of things. And a friend of mine called me one day to say, I want you to read this book. It's for you. You have to read this book. And read that book.
Which book? Eckhart Tolle?
Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth. And
Great book.
Yes, I watched all those webinars that Oprah had online, you know, and on TV, online rather, every week. And I just, like, it was like a light bulb.
Yeah.
You know how he says, you know, you either get it or you don't, or you sometimes you just go, and that's what happened to me. Oh my God, it hit me, and overnight, my entire being changed. I mean, you know, the anxiety, I was living with so much ailments myself by that time. Yeah. It was like...
melted away.
Yes, it was just like something lifted. Oh, it was just amazing. And I went on that path. I stopped writing for quite a while. I was just like reading about, you know, spirituality, about just basically being present.
Got into meditation.
Got into meditation right away. That was the first thing. Yeah. Stillness, as he calls first.
Turn the mind off. Turn
the mind chatter.
Yeah.
Yes, the chatter off, because that was killing me.
Well, yeah, all the voices. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. What about this? What about that? I got to do this. I got to do that. I mean, it will drive anyone crazy, and it does drive.
Exactly. And why did you leave your job? And why don't you go back?
What's
and what are you going to do
now? What are you going to do? How are you going to pay the bill?
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah. We all have that, and we all need to learn how to turn that off.
Listen, my next book is about that. It's precisely about spirituality. It absolutely has changed my life in such a complete and utter way. It changed every direction, and I decided from there on to go into the unknown, literally put everything in a storage and moved on with my life. And here I am.
Excellent. Thank you so much. You are such an interesting person. Please come back and talk to us again. We want to know
Judy.
The progress in the next book.
Thank you.
I thank my husband, Michael McDowell, for giving us these wonderful paintings for our background, and Romany Kramoris for our beautiful glassware. And thank you so much for coming. It's so nice to get to know you.
Thank you, Judy.
And thank you for joining us. Remember, ladies, give yourself lots of room. Room for love, room for fun, room to grow, and room to glow. Have a great week. Bye.
Now I took what I want, but you find that everything I've got, you step forwards to my shadow.